Hey folks, Quillican here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play RimWorld Alpha 12. Hey, we've got a siege going on here, except they're being slaughtered like crazy, which is awesome. People are still a little bit pissy about a little bit of organ harvesting. You know, these things happen. I don't know why they get so upset about it. Whatever. We're digging out a new refrigeration room over here. I do have plans to expand our 6x6 bedrooms properly over here, and then cutting down the actual stone, getting proper walls up, and just trying to make everything as possible to get some really fancy bedrooms up and running at some point. And then what I'll probably do with some of this is I might turn this into a bigger common room, you know, move the entertainment in there, for example, and just get sort of more prettiness and things going on, or maybe even just use extra storage space. We'll see. Let's still have to figure out where we want to put our prisoners, and again, with prisoners, a relatively nice room is good, although I guess with the had a nice chat modifier, you don't need quite as much of it as before. So Daft is getting really cranky. There's not really much we can do about it other than wait it out and hope that the meals are okay. Actually, one interesting question is, when will these start to go away? A long time. Okay. Oh, where are you feeling cramped there, Daft? Is it in there? There's a lot of stuff going on in here. I will give you that. I don't think it was the bedroom. I think it was when you walked through this area here. Okay, and you're no longer feeling cramped, right? Spacious interior, okay. So it's in here. Interesting. Oh, and actually we can see the space meter. I always forget about that. Then it goes down in the hallway, but the hallway's pretty temporary. And how do you feel about the space in here? Meh, not great. So you'd definitely be happier with a little bit more. So yeah, we're gonna, well, this is already a 6x6 bedroom, actually, now that I think about it. I mean, I realize there's some stuff in it, but geez. We gotta learn carpet making at some point. Anyway, let's make sure to keep an eye over here. At some point, your needs are going to go down. I don't know if you've killed anyone new recently. Still like that. It looks like none of these guys are actually the ones that work the incendiary mortars, which is nice to see. And I think that's a minimum range, not a maximum range. So you have no targets right now. We could scooch up a little bit. It's a bit risky. Oh, someone's walking up. Nope. Alright, let's have you cross over here. This is very risky because it's so slow to walk across the marsh. We're still pretty far away if something starts to happen. Oh, the assault has started. Take your shot. I will command you to move over to here. And in fact, let's wake everyone up and get them out here. And at some point, we've got to cut down that tree. Who's going outside? You. Stay in. Okay. Hopefully, you'll be able to keep pace. Excellent. Yeah, so this siege has really not been too bad. Oh, we need to flick the switch. Daft, why don't you go ahead and, yeah, flick that, and then I'll re-grab you and put you over there. And we have visitors at the same time. This assault, is it just one person? That is not much of an assault. Alright, let's go ahead and unrecruit everyone. Emo, you're going to go ahead and capture the broker. And we'll avoid any organ harvesting, I suppose. We'll give everyone a bit of a break. Yeah, we're going to have to go and finish off Gazelle. Oh, Dazed and Wandering. Oh. Alright. Everyone come over here. Should be able to kill Gazelle with impunity. And that'll be the last person left. Alright, let's take a look at Travatelli over here. What do you got? Ooh, very hard to recruit. We can live with the... Oh, you can't dumb labor. You can't do it. No, we're not keeping you around. We're going to strip you down. Kirk, who's our best fighter, who's not going there, but that's okay. You're going to do that, and then we're going to switch you to just be released. We're going to haul away the clothing so that she can't re-equip herself. All right, meanwhile... Excellent. Unrecruit. Okay, all the dead bodies over here, I can double click on you and order you to be stripped. All the medicine. Yeah, because I don't think I can box select here. Oh, I can, okay. It won't grab the weapons, but it'll grab a lot of other things. And then we'll unforbid those on our own. We actually might want to set everyone to like max out haul priority for short term. Actually, I think that'd be a good idea. Honestly, well, I was going to say, why don't we just have everyone haul all the time, barring anyone who is slow. And I can't remember who they are. We need to go and check health and moving. 90% is fine. 97% is more than fine. 93. 92. Oh, that was manipulation anyway. It's moving. Ah, right over here. So, Silva, you will stay, your hauling will stay like lowest priority. Technically, you can do it, but you probably shouldn't. But there you go. We'll get some stuff to be hauled around. Honestly, I'm going to put your cleaning up. I realize that cleaning will take a higher priority over other things, but I don't think that's going to ruin things. You got a bull over there, some cows and stuff, squirrels running around. Excellent. Oh yeah, that's the self-tamed squirrel. Let's go ahead and encourage you to stay in the animal area. Please and thank you. Kirk Solo's now in a poor mood. Probably just hungry. Yep, that's exactly what's going on. Happy about his dull bedroom. And yeah, we'll release this person relatively soon. And then over here, you know, structure, marble blocks. At a certain point, I don't care if like marble or steel or wood is better for a bedroom. Oh, Kirk Solo is broken and binging on alcohol. Well, listen, sometimes that's what you got to do. You probably should put your gun away first before you finish the binge, but you know, whatever you got to do, that's fine. Severe illness, I don't really care. Can you like just, I'm not a doctor, can anyone like just warden? Here, go ahead, treat, because then I think after they're treated, they'll get wardened up. Did we use medicine? No. So this one looks like it was patched up properly. Oh, that might have happened before she came here. That is entirely possible. Infection of the heart. Well, that's probably bad news for you. Terribly sorry. Don't particularly care, though. There you go. Or is it just, it's just a good, no, bandaged. Poorly managed. I guess even without medicine. Ah, Daft, you're going berserk? Everyone, I gotta actually tell you to melee Daft. Because otherwise you're gonna shoot at Daft. Daft still has a weapon, though, which is kind of bad, but melee should reset the firing timer. I have to run out of here with Kirk Solo, since he's taking the brunt of the attack. Okay, colonist needs rescue. Rescue Daft. No? Hello. Rescue. There we go. Unforbid that. It'll be really nice when the the harvested organ debuff goes away. I guess I could have prioritized maybe the fancier bedrooms. To make that debuff a little less bad. Alright, Daft, what kind of damage did you take in the beating? Bruises. Just bruises. You got a scar in your eye from a left fist. And a bruise here. So the scar's going to stick around. That's particularly bad. Well, your manipulation's not that poor right now, so I guess we're not doing too horribly, but... Someone punched you in the eye and scarred your cornea. Or scratched it. Are we out of power? Yeah. I mean, I know there's the eclipse going on. I guess our geothermals are enough. We are going to have to get the other one up and running soon-ish. And I guess there's probably just no wind right now either. Yeah. So there's no wind and there's an eclipse. So it's kind of like the worst possible situation. Oh, and we had our guns turned on. That's actually what's killing us there. Turn those off and we'll probably have enough power inside the base to keep things running. Or at least, you know, pretty close. Yeah, there's still no wind. Wow. But now maybe the geothermal? No, not even with the geothermal. Still have a power shortage. Alright, well, that's fine. Dun, 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 dun. Go ahead and wall that off some more. Daft is fully healed. Yeah, but he's still being daft. Alright, hauling things, that's okay. We need the long-distance hauling to happen at some point. Construction and mining is still a pretty high priority for some people, and that's okay. I mean, I do want that out-of-base healing, or hauling to happen, but this is all pretty good too. Because Travatoli, Housewife's Town, which is the one I think we accidentally aggroed when they were in the middle here and we were killing pirates, they are now better again. Relationships have normalized. Makes me happy. Why don't we haul away this debris and build yet another turret over there. Actually, cancel that. Oh, we got a shotgun just sitting around there too. Should probably chop down this tree and this one here, which is very annoying. Oh, the leaves have gone away. What's the season? September 9th. And who's in a poor mood? Silva. Well, again, just the harvesting. A little pain, feeling bad. Ate off the ground? Why would you do that? Maybe you just had a meal over here? Working too hard? Can I schedule, an eating time? No. 'Cause that might be good. Alright, right now I've got the double joy shifts to try to keep people a little happier. They're not going to be happy about the darkness or anything. Could we get, like... I mean, there was just wind sounds, but now, again, we're back down to 0 wind while still having the eclipse. Starting to get a wee bit frustrating. Blueprint is forbidden. What? Do we have, Oh! I did not realize we had that. That's one of the reasons they weren't hauling things from far away. That was a leftover from last time. There we go. Eclipse is ending. Hooray! And now that it's ending, we'll start working on the geothermal. So it's a bit stupid, but not really terrible. Poor mood. Is it still daft? No, it's RoboJeb! Everyone's taking turns with their poor moods. Yeah, we're going to have to figure out carpets and stuff to make things really pretty soon. Power's still a massive problem, because we went from eclipse into night. We still have no proper wind. What are you carrying there? No, you're just going for a rest. And everyone's getting cranky. Even in bed? Slept in the cold. Right, because the power is not working properly. So there's a bunch of those modifiers kicking around as the power blinks on and off. That is so frustrating. Okay, but now we're finally getting some actual electricity. Things are up and running again. We'll store the batteries. I wonder if I need more batteries. I don't know. We've got, 2 there, 2 there, 3 there. I don't think we really need more batteries. I think we just need more reliable power input, which is going to happen once we get the second geothermal up and running. I think all the bodies have been stripped, and now there's just some long-distance hauling going on. Unforbid the parka. Hopefully that is everything. And yeah, things will slowly get hauled. So there's not much sense in moving most people to these bedrooms for now. Really? We have another berserk person? Well, if you want to go berserk like shooting bunnies, I guess that's going to be okay. Draft some people over here. Are you still out over there? Oh, well, okay. Be berserk over there, that's fine. Just gotta babysit you. Yes, kill all the bunnies. Someone else is in a poor mood. Grumberto. Are you eating a survival meal? Does that have, like, the highest quality stuff? Oh, I've suspended all the meal jobs. Son of a bitch. So they're not getting high quality food. That's not going to help things. I forgot I had, like, left things in such a wonky state. Alright, come on. Snap out of it. Wandering. There we go. No more berserk rage. Good. Get a little bit of medical treatment. And someone start cooking meals again. Good. Look at the fine meals are prioritized, right? Yes, we are. So people will start getting good food again instead of just the survival meals. No wonder people are getting so pissed off. They were stuck indoors. They weren't getting proper food. How badly hurt were you there fighting the squirrels? Sometimes they can do some brutal stuff, but in this case we seem to be fine. Okay. I guess I may as well go and like specify all these mining jobs. Again, I'm being like sort of a little too preemptive, but it's not too bad. This is all silver ore. And gold? Hello, money. All right. Good little, maybe it was a good little mining experience here. And yeah, I think to properly prettify these rooms, we will have to go and get carpets. Art would be nice too. We don't have any yet, do we? No, art's not a super high priority in our work schedule. No, we literally don't have anyone doing art particularly high. So right now, no one's terribly good at it. Is our cap 4? We got a 5 here, and no one's got a massive amount of passion. Chinchilla is pregnant. All right. At this point, I'm quite happy to just grow the herd in general. At a certain point, presumably, we'll hit a critical mass, and then we can start, slaughtering chinchillas for extra food. That's the other thing I could do, is generate a giant indoor barn, which would probably be a good idea. Every time you see this bull turn sideways, let's just wait, look. I was like, it's a unicorn! Just because of the way the horn's drawn from the side. I mean, I don't know how else you would draw it, but mostly from far away. From far away, you look at the bull, it's like, it's a unicorn! Because the shape of it's not quite as obvious. Alright, little repair jobs. Hauling things, alright, good. I'm alright with that. Winter is coming, and we have tons and tons and tons of raw food. And finally, we're making some proper meals again. I'll actually go and do the thing where I preemptively say, cook like, do X times. Get like a whole bunch of ready-made meals going on. And then what I want to do is turn the food storage off here, or make this lower priority, or something. I guess I'll turn this one. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll make this one only be for food. And make it just highest priority. And then everything else will get pulled out of it, and I think that'll be better. Still waiting for this food stockpile to finish as well. And then we can stop this being a food stockpile or something. We'll figure out something with that. Who's in the bad mood? Bishop. Okay, organ harvesting. I should really hold off on organ harvesting until people have really beautiful bedrooms, maybe. Oh, worn out apparel. It's probably armor. Yeah, because we're making other apparel. Now, there was a chance that some apparel may have been dropped there, so there might be some upgrades possible, but we'll see. Anyway, so there's going to be a lot of internal hauling for the next couple of days here as we transfer all the food over here and just have this be an overflow. Dun, dun, dun. And I can move maybe some of the production places too, right? Like keep this for sort of food production. Maybe keep the brewery and the cook stove in here, but then move out the other production tables into a bit that's closer to a stockpile that just holds, say, raw goods. We could have a raw goods stockpile here, a little workshop in the middle, and then a finished goods stockpile over here, which might be a much, much better way of organizing things. I mean, obviously it takes up a lot more space, and we need, maybe an extra beacon for trade, but that's not really the end of the world. It helps to keep things nicely sorted for me, too. We can... Oh, yeah. No, I got to keep the switch open for now, but soon we'll be running the main power, the permanent power through this little segment here, and then this toggle will only be for the turrets. For now, it's okay that they're running all the time. I mean, it uses some extra juice, but it's mostly being sustained by itself. All right, another night's sleep. No one freaking out right now. Pretty dicey day. These are eggs? Unfertilized eggs. Chicken eggs. I think we had a pod drop those. But it's more food. We can start making some omelets as some of our fine meals. And that'll be alright. So it'll finish the 25, then make a few simple meals as a backup. I don't know. Let's just make this job be the priority, and that's okay. Gold and silver ore will get mined out at some point. It's nice to get some actual silver ore. Now, one thing is, do we have gold turned off for this? Uranium weapons. We should probably wait until we have real high skill. Actually, we're not too bad on skill. But let's turn it off just in case. Clothing doesn't matter. And here, yeah, we just got blocks. And not wood. Oh, I wonder if that's why the art... Because we got this little thing here. I don't know if it matters. Well, we'll re-enable the wood. Who cares? Combat supplier. Maybe we can sell some extra weapons to them. I don't think we really need to buy any more medicine. Although, maybe. I'm going to keep the helmets that sell this vest that we don't want anyone wearing. Sell all the primitive weapons here. No, I'm going to sell the shotgun too. I mean, normal quality is good, but at 44% it's getting pretty poor. I'll keep the charge rifle around. I sell the clubs. It's not making us much money. I think I'm going to hold off on buying more meds. We should have plenty of meds kicking around. Let me see here. 35. Yeah, it's not an unlimited amount, but it's not bad. And at some point, we're going to want to start researching it. In fact, I'm wondering if we want to start getting that back on now. I think we may do that. So currently, the highest research skill is MechJeb. Daft is quite a bit lower right now, but he's got more passion for it. Still, I think that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and RoboJeb. I said MechJeb. RoboJeb, we're going to turn your hauling down to 2. So now, I mean, there's these 4 jobs, but that's pretty rare. That'll be a thing. So mostly you're going to focus on research. So we'll have a full-time researcher again, and I think that's probably a good thing. At some point, we'll want to move this inside, too. Probably when we get our proper workshop set up over here, for example. Meanwhile, I want to mine out the rest of these walls so we can replace them with marble. And get some very nice bedrooms going on. We'll have to figure out what we want to do for flooring. Probably I'll do the marble floor. Again, slightly less beauty, but more value. Plus, I like the idea of a marble floor. It's swankier, so therefore, that's what I want to do. You walked way out there for your meal. Can you work on the generator? That would be actually quite nice. Yeah, you have to chop down all these trees. Keep you here for a little longer. Poor mood. It's probably her. No, it's Emirate. You can take a break from mining there, buddy. Here, let me toggle you. No? Really? You're probably hungry? In darkness. Hideous environment. Well, I can't deny that. Structures. Marble walls. Get those back up. Haul. It's here. Wouldn't be bad to get some lights over here. There's a power situation. So we got that running there. I mean, we'll want power running through here at some point, so I may as well get the lines going. And I think it's under furniture, the standing lamp. Yeah, we can get some lights in here, so at least, you know, preemptively get that stuff going. Here it won't be connected right now, so we'll want to wait a little bit longer on that. Set up, I think the wooden... marble bed? We looked at the stats at some point. I don't remember. Oh, we don't actually have enough marble blocks kicking around right now. You know what? Marble beds. Marble everything, just because we can. There we go. And we'll get a flower pot in there. We want some carpets once we get the technology for it. And then some art at some point we get a chance to do that. So we still have a job set up over here. Who is our top crafter? Well, that's probably Bishop Club. He's got a pretty high rating. He might be doing a little bit of construction. Then smithing, tailoring. We got a lot of people who can craft. They're just being occupied by other things. So should probably slow down on some of the construction jobs. Oh, and of course, they've all got haul set to a #1 priority. But eventually we'll run out of stuff to haul. And it's honestly not a bad idea to finally get this backlog of hauling taken care of. At least RoboJeb is doing some research. We'll get machining done soon. So that's something. And then yeah, probably carpets. So we got some construction here. Yeah, I like it. There's so much stuff out here that we would really very much like to not let rot. So I think it's okay to keep having hauling as a relatively high priority job. Although, it's interesting that the mining, I guess it's here, it's Emerald. Let me bring that down to a 2, buddy. We'll get you to help out on the hauling too, because this is really not critically important. So why don't you work on hauling first? Oh, and they've got a bunch of debris and stuff to haul out from here too. Although, again, that has a fair amount of value. One thing that'll be nice is when we can start processing these slag chunks into metal bits as well. Just as a way to get rid of more of the debris. So yeah, we'll keep the hauling relatively high up. It would actually be nice if those things got hauled out of the way because they keep slowing us down. Man, we're going to keep our people busy forever and ever. Doing menial tasks and not actually advancing our little clubhouse. That's life. Can't complain too much about what's saying. Machining is done. Good. We want carpet making. Because we want to add extra beauty to bedrooms. To everyone except Kirk Solo, who likes his aesthetic, simple places. Alright, this has just gone to pure food now. We've got overflow over there. Feeling alright about that. We could also keep, like, this freezer maybe a little lower, just to make sure that the temperature differential is not bad. And this one here, we can actually, you know, not worry about as much, because there's not going to be as much food, generally speaking, so there's less of a chance that things will spoil. I mean, it's going to be frozen most of the time, so that'll be okay. Anyway, we're going to put a cut in here. When we come back, we're going to keep very, very, very slowly expanding our base, mostly because we're just doing a whole bunch of hauling still. That's okay. Can you build? You can. Yeah, I'll still want to construct above and beyond the hauling. I'm going to go and want to finish that job there. RoboJeb, can you construct rather than research? No. You cannot. Bishop. You're hauling a meal. Yeah. Go and work on that instead. All right. Thank you for watching, folks. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.